No.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Zero Interest. This time we were looking at Konosuba Season 2, Episode 5, Servitude for this Masked Knight. Take it away, Casey.
These episode titles are rubbish. So
You're rubbish.
it's fucking anime titles, I guess, and it's how they do it, but it's just not good in naming sense. So I don't remember how this episode started. I'm gonna be completely honest. I was half paying attention for the beginning of this and just kind of clued in a bit later.
Basically, there are monsters outside Cosma again, and they're coming from from Keel's dungeon. You know that place you went to earlier?
Oh,
you have
right, yeah.
exclusive access to.
I remember now. Okay, so yeah, Glasses shows up and says, "Hey, you were last seen in the Keel dungeon, so this is probably your fault." So, Cosmo's like, "You can't just blame me for everything, okay? But just for the sake of, being open about this, anyone else think this might have had anything to do with them?" Darkness is like, I was busy with other shit, I was with the what's his name, yeah. So nothing to do with me. Mega Man's like, I never went into the dungeon, so. And Ark was like, yeah, it couldn't have been me. I mean, the last
Should
thing
be less monsters now.
Yeah, after what I did in the dungeon. And he's like, Grab takes her aside.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? She's like, oh yeah, I put the circle that's in the dungeon that I did to purify what's his name. Yeah, that actually drives monsters away from the dungeon. So there should be less monsters in Kill's dungeon now. So yeah, he screams at her, and no one apparently picks up on the fact that this is a very, very obvious indication that she's responsible.
It's like, yeah, we'll deal with this.
Yeah. We'll help because the people are in danger, and not because it's our fault, even though it's very clearly our fault because I just yelled, "You dumbass!" at her. But, whatever. While we were all in the same room. Just putting that out. So they go to the dungeon entrance, and little Phantom of the Opera dolls. It's awesome. They're adorable. They just all smile.
Just like marching.
Yeah. He's adorable.
And one,
It's almost like a kitty.
One comes up to Aqua and hugs her leg, and she's like, what's it? I looked at it. It's kind of cute, and then it explodes. It's like, yeah. So these monsters hug people, and they grab onto them, and then they explode.
Yeah. So Darkness walks out and just waits for one to jump on her shoulder. It explodes, and she's fine. It's like, all right, I'll take point.
Yeah.
She does.
Mega Man obviously stays outside because she can't even go in a dungeon. She's useless in it.
Yep.
And
Aqua immediately volunteers. Oh, I'll stay with you then. Mega Man.
Yeah. She doesn't want to go in there. She's a bit traumatized from last time.
Yeah. So, Cosma and Darkness go in on their own, basically.
Yeah, he's given a sealing talisman to use on whatever.
Well, not on their own. They go in with some of the just random schmo adventurers.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna have a hard time cleaning that seal up if these guys are around. And they immediately get swarmed by the dolls. And Cosmo sees them fighting them off, and Darkness is actually managing to hit them because they're jumping at her sword, and that's the only reason.
Yeah.
So he's like,
she's so fulfilled.
Hey, let's take this opportunity to go and deal with the source of the problem, and leaves all the adventurers behind so they can just go ahead and deal with the seal that they still think is the problem. And they basically run all the way down to where the entrance to the final chamber was, and there's a dude there in a Phantom of the Opera mask. Well, it's not okay. It's not a Phantom of the Opera mask because that was like a half mask thing, if memory serves. But yeah, so
and he's making like dolls out of earth.
Yeah, and he has a little one that's just there mimicking all of his movements, just as he's being very dramatic and Megaman, basically.
Yeah. He introduces himself as Veneer, and he's one of the generals that he maintains the barrier, but doesn't really directly work for the Demon King. And he then goes on a rant.
That's actually kind of clever. A little bit. Veneer. Get it? He has a veneer of class. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So he goes on and he's like, I actually have a death wish, because I want to have this.
I know exactly
whole dungeon.
How I want to die. I want to set up a massive dungeon that some great adventurers are going to go through, and they're going to defeat me, and they're going to see a giant treasure chest behind me, and they're going to go up to the treasure chest, open it, and it's going to be a little ticket inside that says "You lose," and I'm going to watch their faces. So
as I fade away.
Basically, he's a giant troll lord, is what he is.
Yeah, and so he's like, I was passing by here because I was supposed to find out what happened to Verdia, the Dullahan guy, and also I want to check in on the shopkeeper who always seems to lose money no matter the harder that she works.
And he sees the dungeon, and he's like, that'll do. So he goes in to try and set up his dungeon for his final show, kind of thing. Because he's a bit of a showman.
The last room, though.
Yeah, that was weird. So, do you know anything about how that might have happened?
Wait. Oh, so it's the priest. Do you read minds?
Fucking Psycho Mantis bullshit, yeah.
And so he's going and he's saying,
I have shaky hands.
You guy who's, you girl who made a bet with him and you're anxious about what he's going to actually do. And you guy who made a bet with him, you're anxious about what you're actually going to have her do.
Yeah, so I forget. I was going to interrupt you and actually take over the summary again, but I forget what happens next. Like
there's
something happens.
Fight
thing.
Okay. They have a brief fight, and Darkness misses, knocks off one of the balls off the pedestals.
Yeah, and Cosma hides and waits for his shot. He's not going to throw it away. God, fucking musical, I swear to God. All right. Yeah, so he waits for his opportunity, and what's his name just kind of jumps out of the way of Darkness in the direction of Cosma, and he's like, this is my moment. He's in midair, so he can't really dodge that well. So he rushes up, slips on the giant stone ball that was just kind of there. I'm not entirely sure what that was supposed to be for, but it was.
It was from the pedestal when Cosma
But it was literally a pedestal with a stone ball on it. What the hell is that for?
Ancient. Don't judge the ancient culture.
Yeah, so he slips on that.
Because
to be honest, I'm not sure how he slips on that either, because it's a giant stone ball. It would weigh a fuck ton. He wouldn't be able to move it, even if it is round. But whatever. So he slips on it and basically accidentally tackles Veneer, and Darkness' sword just happens to contact with him and cut through him, and he's like this or something. And he turns to dirt. And the mask is just there.
Like, wow, that was easy. I can't believe we did it.
Yeah. And then the mask is sort of like, no, suckers, I'm still alive. And it levitates and then just attaches to Darkness' face. And then she's all possessed by him, except only kind of halfway, so it becomes a comedy double act between the two of them.
I will take over. What should I do, Cosma? This is everything I ever wanted.
Yeah. And Cosma is I want to say nonplussed, but I'm pretty sure that's not what that word means anymore. I've forgotten what that word means because I've been corrected on it so many times.
He puts a stealing talisman on the mask so he can't leave, and just kind of walks into the room to wipe away
he's just like, nope, I'm not dealing with this right now. I'm just going to fix the problem that we came here to fix, and then I'll come back to that.
And they just keep going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
We missed a bit where he said, "I don't kill humans, but I will kill the priest who did this seal barrier because it pisses me off." And it's revealed, since he can read Cosmo's mind, he knows Aqua's identity.
So yeah, I don't really remember how it got to them leaving.
Cosmo comes out after wiping away, saying, "Okay, Darkness, you ready?" And they're still going back and forth. It's actually pretty funny. I like the whole Darkness and Veneer back and forth.
It's
her constantly.
Like I say, it's a good double act. It's not memorable, but it was funny. Because, a lot of it is just, hey, I'm possessing you, and I'm so great, and I'm dominant over you. And she's like, yes, you are. Yeah, you are. And it's a lot of that, and...
Hit me now, Cosmo, hit me!
Yeah. So, what happens to get them out?
We're going to go out, and we're going to get Aqua to purify you.
Oh, okay.
Is his thought process, and we're going to get this dealt with. So they run out, and halfway through, near the exit, Veneer laughs, and he's like, "Haha, I have complete control. I'll go and I will kill your priest."
Are you seeking through the episode again?
Yeah. No, I'm not actually. My hands are free. I'm just trying to remember.
Okay.
Off the top of my head.
Okay.
But
yeah, so he has complete control, and he's like, he runs out to go kill Aqua, and as soon as he gets out of the door, Aqua just blasts him with exorcism spell.
Yeah.
Cosmo's like, what the hell? What if that was me? And she's like, well, I sensed an evil presence coming, so I just fucking... Yeah, so basically, explaining the situation, she's possessed by one of the Demon King General peoples. And there's a whole scene where they're trying to figure out how to get the mask off her, and I think Glasses sends the Schmo adventurers at her. Yeah. And it's not effective at all because with Veneer guiding her actions, she's actually a competent fighter.
She doesn't have to aim for herself, so he's just aiming her.
Yeah.
She's actually pretty strong.
Yeah. Oh, we did miss something else that was just like the best backhanded compliment I've ever heard. No, it isn't, but it's up there, certainly, which was, your head is as hard as your muscles. That's pretty fucking good.
Oh.
Yeah. Fair play.
They're a fun duo.
Yeah. So the adventurers sort of just like kind of getting pissed off that she air quotes, is giving them shit about being kind of shitty and being weird and double voiced and stuff like that, and they're like, "Oh, I thought you were the sane member of Cosmo's party," and like, yeah, okay.
Well, she's not going around blowing things up or drinking all the time like Aqua. So, based on appearances alone,
or being a sexual predator, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, so she both deals with the adventurers, and they're just kind of out.
Darkness takes great joy in that they're deriding her
Yeah. And so basically we come down to the plan of we need to deal with this. So Aqua can hit it with the purify thing, but that won't really work because darkness has a high resistance to that sort of stuff.
So we need to get the mask off.
Yeah. So Cosmo basically says, okay, I'm going to take the seal off of that mask, and as soon as I do, Darkness, I need you to pull off the mask. Take control and pull off the mask. And she's like, oh, he's going to use the steel technique. And he's like, don't tell the plan.
You start to get the feeling that her and Veneer are working together on this at this point.
Yeah, so... Yeah, they basically decide that's the plan. So he puts his hand out and doesn't cast steel. He casts, what was it, Tinder?
Yeah. He knows the basic magic, so it's basic fire. It's like Ember.
There's a joke there. It's right there, and I can't form it. It's like Cosmo using Tinder.
He used Tinder, and the girl he used it on Tinder to be like two-faced.
Yeah, she swiped left or something. Is that the way? I don't use Tinder, so I don't know.
I don't use it either, so I don't know.
Ah, fuck! This is stupid. God damn it! Why did I even bring it up? Okay, so he uses that, and it burns the seal off, and Darkness tries to take the mask off, but it's basically fused to her head, so she can't. So the plan then becomes kind of shitty because they don't really have a lot of options. It's basically give the demon an ultimatum of we're going to either get you to come off willingly and submit to purification, or we're just going to blow the shit out of you. Both of you.
Thanks, Megaman. So... He's like, I couldn't have asked for a better ultimatum, you know. Yeah, but I want to. I'll go with the explosion. I refuse to be purified by the gods.
Yeah.
And so Megaman casts explosion.
Yeah, Cosmo goes up 2 glasses and says, "Okay, for this, I will also take full responsibility." And gives Megaman the order to cast the spell, and she reluctantly does her whole spiel. Like, if she's gonna cast it, she's gonna fucking do the whole thing. Cast a spell, kaboom, and such. Flash forward to an award ceremony. Was there anything between those?
No, just the following day. And then, so he got a big reward from beating him, so that clears out your debts, and you get a net gain of money.
Yeah, and removes any suspicions because a spy wouldn't go that far to undermine the basic defenses of the demon devil king person.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's in the clear and has a lot of money. And no debt.
I'm free.
And Darkness is fine. Completely, basically uninjured. She was very injured, and then Aqua, and then she was not injured.
Yeah. And her armor got broken, so they gave her a new set of armor. And now everybody in the guild knows her full real name. And so the thing is, Cosmo had said before, I'm going to do something crazy that will make you cry and scream, forgive me. That's what it was. He's going to tell the entire guild her real name.
Yeah. So Aqua commiserates with her and says, don't worry, Lalatina. It was a really shitty thing for Cosmo to do to tell everyone your name was Lalatina, but you shouldn't worry about it so much, Lalatina.
Because Lalatina's a great name, Lalatina.
Yeah. Okay. See, here's the thing. I don't know whether Aqua was trying to be a troll there. Because it seemed so sincere. Yeah, so everything's great. Everyone has money and woo. And there was the guy. The guy was there. With the beard and the muscles and the craftsmanship.
It's like they seem real giddy. Well, that's good every once in a while. Yeah.
I love that guy.
The artisan weaver. For all I know, that anime character could just be the Demon King. For all I know, to be honest.
Could be, or an author insert. Probably a little bit of that one.
Yeah. Well,
it's good for them to be happy once in a while. It's an interesting thing to say.
They're, as I've gone far ahead in the series, this is the last time they will be in debt. So it's not going to just keep repeating. They're going to actually start to profit from here on out.
Cool. All right. So that's pretty much that one, I think. Anything else to say about I don't really have much. Yeah. It was all right. Yeah. It was, like I say, it was a fun double act. It was not like there weren't that many memorable lines beyond that one really great insult compliment. It was good. But yeah, that was fun. 7, probably. Well, just a 7. I don't expect to go above a 7 at this point, to be honest.
Yeah. That's fair. Like, if you're trying to critically analyze this, I don't think it goes above a 7. But if you're just enjoying this, like just enjoyment alone, it's a fun show.
Yeah.
It had some rough patches in the beginning.
Did it?
Certainly. But once it, like, I wanted to say this before, but I feel like you could make this show not be a whole isekai in another world setting, and it would just be as funny, and it would work better even in some cases.
Yeah, it probably would have been actually better if they just played it a bit straighter and just had him be just kind of a loser and meet Aqua, who, was okay. If we're going to rewrite this plot, then Aqua is a goddess who was just kind of being shitty at her job, or just started getting lazy, so they demoted her and just put her down on the world. So, hey, this Demon King thing is a bit of a problem, so maybe help out with that a little bit. And then he meets her, and he finds out that she's kind of shitty, but hey, this might be an opportunity to advance and be better and be a cool guy and a hero and get all the chicks. There you go. That basically completely removed all of the isekai plotline, and doesn't really lose anything aside from that.
Yeah. Like, the whole isekai thing doesn't really play into it that much. It does in certain elements, it kind of does. There's like 4 or 5 different plot points that require that, but you could run around that.
Yeah, a lot of it is just so that the character can be genre savvy, and that's... there are other ways to do that.
But again, this is kind of a big thing in Japan, this whole isekai style thing. So I feel like the author started with the isekai style thing because everybody was doing it, and he wanted to do it differently. And
missed that.
It just kind of like doing it because everybody else was doing it, and then it just evolved into its own thing.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't really need that. Whereas you have other series, one of my most hated things is you have In Another World with My Smartphone is an anime. You want to know what it's basically everything that Konosuba is trying to rip apart in the beginning, because it's literally guy goes to another world and he has his smartphone and he gets all the ladies and there's no trouble or conflict. It's really bad.
That sounds like a concept that could be done well, which is unfortunate.
But it's not done well. But for some reason it's really popular because of wish fulfillment. And but that was Konosuba, episode 5 of season 2.
I won't interrupt you if you want to do your weird wiggly thing.
No, it's fine.
He got butthurt that I'd stopped the video before he could finish that last time.
Whatever. Anyways, that was zero interest. I'll see you guys next time. You all are lovely. And you doing that now feels like you're mocking me. And now I want to go cry. So, goodbye.